Hey guys, I'm back. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope life is treating you well. And if you happen to be having a bad day, then I hope that stopping by for a little bit of beauty chit chat helps take your mind off things for a little bit. Because that's what we're here for, to talk about things that don't cause stress. So make sure to become a part of the Girly Squad. All you have to do is subscribe, and that way you can join me every week for a little stress break. By the way, don't forget that we're going to host a giveaway here once the Girly Squad reaches 5,000 subscribers. So be sure to keep submitting ideas for giveaway items in the comments down below and keep spreading the word. If you're excited about the giveaway, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Alright, now that we've gotten all the business out of the way, let's get to the topic at hand. Today we're going to review the super popular Anastasia Beverly Hills Stick Foundation. I was really psyched to pick up these foundations because I've been a huge fan of stick foundations lately. My Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation stick was actually the product that converted me to the stick foundation bandwagon. I know I haven't reviewed this foundation on this channel, but it's pretty much my favorite foundation. Anyway, since I pretty much used up my Bobbi Brown foundation stick, there it is right at the end of it, I felt like I was justified in buying a new foundation, so I went to Ulta and picked up the Anastasia foundations. So let's dive into this review so I can justify my latest purchase. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Foundation Stick is designed for normal to oily skin, but it's meant to work best with combination and oily skin. It comes in 28 shades, which is an excellent selection, and retails for $25 for 0.32 ounces or 9 grams of product. To put that into perspective, the Bobbi Brown foundation stick retails for $46 and it has the same amount of product, and it comes in 31 shades. Meanwhile, the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation retails for $46 and it comes with less product. It comes with 0.25 ounces of product or 7.2 grams, and it comes in 26 different shades. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Foundation Stick is meant to be a buildable foundation that provides anywhere from light to full coverage. And you can buy the Anastasia Beverly Hills Foundation Stick at Ulta, Sephora, and department stores. I picked up the Anastasia Beverly Hills Foundation Stick in the shade Warm Ivory, and I also picked up the Contour Stick in the shade Fawn. The first thing that I noticed when I applied the Anastasia Beverly Hills Foundation Stick is that the texture of this foundation is drier than the Hourglass Vanish Foundation and than the Makeup Forever Foundation Stick. It's actually closer in texture to the Bobbi Brown Foundation Stick, although the Bobbi Brown Foundation Stick is still a little bit creamier than the Anastasia Beverly Hills. At first, I thought that the drier texture was just in my head, but then one day I forgot to apply primer and I went to swipe this on my cheek, and oh my god, it did not glide on easily, and it took some effort to blend it out. By the way, I had only forgotten to apply primer. My skin was moisturized when that happened. So I learned my lesson and remembered to prime my skin from that day on, and here's what I learned. The Warm Ivory shade is nearly a perfect match for my skin tone, and when I use it with primer, this glides onto my skin easily and blends out really well. You can build this up from light coverage to about a medium/full coverage, but I don't know if I would necessarily call this a full coverage foundation. It's buildable, but after a while it just started to feel like too much. Now, I tend to prefer medium coverage, so that kind of worked okay for me. When I apply this foundation, I like to vary the amount of pressure I apply when swiping it onto my skin. That way, when I apply more pressure, it deposits more product and I get more coverage. Varying the amount of pressure I apply basically just lets me build the coverage that I need from the start instead of having to go back and keep adding more and more. So basically, I can apply my foundation faster. I also felt that that technique helped me get a better finish overall because I wasn't going back in and layering more and more on, which we know can eventually start to look cakey. I did notice that for me, the best application method was to use a brush. I think that the texture of the foundation is just a little bit too dry, so it doesn't move around on the skin as easily with a makeup sponge. I also felt like I got the best results when I used a stippling brush to blend out my foundation, and it would end up looking like my skin, but better. I wore this foundation just going to work, which basically means sitting around in air conditioning and not doing a lot of physical exertion. And in those conditions, it performed marvelously. I also wore this foundation stick to go run errands on the weekends, which involved being outside in 90-degree heat and then walking into air conditioning, then walking back out into the heat. By the end of the day, when I got home about 6 hours later, my foundation still looked really good. So I think the drier texture of the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick really helps keep oiliness at bay. I also really love the Fawn contour stick because it's not too warm and it's not too cool, so when I am contouring my face, it looks a lot more natural. Overall, I'm really pleased with the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation sticks, and I'm really excited that I found something that gives me a similar performance to my favorite foundation stick for 20 bucks cheaper. If you have normal, oily, or combination skin, this should work well for you, but if you have dry skin, I would recommend you stay away because I don't think this is gonna do you any favors. So what do you think? Was this review helpful? Do you think you'll be trying out the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation sticks? Comment below and let me know. And if the review was helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Thanks again for joining me. I hope you'll stop by and hang out with me again next week. But until then, we can totally hang out on social media. All my links are down below in the description bar. I'll see you guys soon. Bye!